this presentation, I'll be talking about the impacts of bullying and harassment in the workplace and how this behavior impacts on patient safety and the effects it has towards contributing to the healthy workplace. As a future leaders in nursing, I will also be talking about the effective leadership in the nursing workplace can help address this prevalent problem and how this can also contribute to a safer and healthier workplace environment for both staff and patient alike. First of all, bullying and harassment in the workplace is the most common type of workplace violence in the hospital environment. Based on Speroni's research, it has shown that emergency nurses experience a significantly greater number of incidents, which indicate nurses potentially experience bullying from patients and their relatives. However, workplace bullying can also occur amongst medical staff and healthcare professionals, which includes nursing students. According to Lee M. study, bullying and harassment impact on Australian undergraduate nursing students during clinical placement. I will now demonstrate leadership skill and how to apply this skill into workplace for new graduate nurses who are preparing for the clinical practice. I will talk about effective leadership skills based on different research and studies. These include policies, nursing scope of practice, legal and ethical boundaries in relation to the workplace. I also introduce some leadership perspectives to ensure patient safety, as well as recognizing potential risk factors that affect a healthy workplace environment. It is important that we develop our leadership skills to prevent workplace bullying and to ensure the workplace is safe for everyone, including staff, patients, and their relatives. Bullying and harassment are unacceptable in any setting, especially in the workplace. According to the World Health Organization in 2010, bullying and harassment is a public health concern that has serious implications for victims, affecting their psychological and physical health, which in turn can lead to impacts towards the quality of patient care and their professional and personal well-being. In contemporary workplace setting, bullying and harassment not only impact on the professional and personal well-being of nurses and other medical staff, it is also impacts on the quality and delivery of patient outcomes, which could lead to detrimental impacts to patient health and recovery. So, how are we going to mitigate the effects of workplace bullying? A study from Carroll has revealed a need for leaders in nursing to understand the social dynamics of nurse-to-nurse relationships and how bullying in this workplace environment have detrimental economic costs associated with nurse turnover rates. Nursing leaders potentially can play a leading role in promoting more awareness surrounding workplace bullying and can be proactive in efforts towards creating a culture of respect and fostering an environment of support which can contribute towards a safer and more pleasant workplace environment. This can achieve through education and training of staff and enforcement of anti-bullying policies in the workplace. New South Wales Health has provided a policy of all its employees under the Prevention and Management of Workplace Bullying Directive, which provide guidelines for the prevention and management of bullying, harassment, sexual harassment, and discrimination. Australian Nursing Federation also provides education and training programs for all managers and employees to develop awareness and impacts of workplace bullying and violence, as well as outlining each employee's rights and responsibilities towards preventing and eliminating bullying and harassment in the workplace. Now I will be talking about nursing leadership and how effective nursing leadership can help prevent or reduce the detrimental effects of bullying and harassment in the workplace. In order to be effective nursing leader, it is important to understand that there are direct correlations between positive patient outcomes and a positive type of leadership style. According to Wong's research, positive leadership styles have been directly correlated with patient outcomes and complications across a broad range of clinical settings. In the aged care setting, researchers have found a relationship between effective nurse leadership and lower rates of restraint use, behavior problems, and complications of immobility. Effective, effective leadership assists towards creating a high quality of work environment that fosters a culture to empower nurses, where they are afforded autonomy and accountability, providing them with essential resources, support, and development opportunities. Successful nursing leaders tend to develop strong working leaderships with their staff, acknowledging individual and collective staff contributions, as well as promoting nurses' sense of worth and professional competence in the workplace. This inadvertently prevents or reduces the potential workplace bullying. Staff who generally feel valued and recognized for their contribution in their work tend to become more motivated and satisfied with their work and directly corrected with their job performance, which in turn can lead to higher quality care and outcome for the patients. Nurse leaders at the unit level can become role models by mentoring and demonstrating their commitment to fostering a learning environment by valuing feedback from patients and staff and encouraging professional development. So as a new graduate nurse, it is important to understand the nursing responsibilities towards bullying and harassment in the workplace, and how being aware of this will equip our graduate nurses during clinical placement. Research studies reveal that graduate nurses experience incidences of bullying and harassment that leads to anxiety and depression. Close to a third of students in this research has indicated that these experiences negatively affected the standard of care they provided to patients, which many reconsidering nursing as their intended career. As a graduate nurse, it is also important to understand the code of conduct for nurses, which sets out the legal requirements, professional behaviour, and conduct expectations for all nurses in Australia. The code describes the responsibility of nurses and midwife in relation to prevention of bullying and harassment, which includes never engage in, ignore or excuse such behavior. Recognize that bullying and harassment, including behaviors such as physical and verbal abuse, racism, discrimination, violence, aggression, humiliation, pressure in decision making, exclusion, and intimidation directed towards people or college. Act to eliminate bullying, harassment, collective bullying and discrimination in the workplace by reporting such behavior and escalate the concerns if an appropriate response does not occur. Additionally, according to the Code of Ethics for Nurses in Australia, nurses should be respectful to their college, acknowledging their knowledge, experience, expertise, and insight. The code encourages practicing nurses to mutual kindness and consideration with each other. The code discourages dismissive and indifferent behavior, and by extension of this, bullying and harassment are intrinsically discouraged and deemed unacceptable. In summary, bullying and harassment is a public health concern that has serious implications for victims, affecting their psychological and physical health, which in turn can lead to impact towards the quality of patient care and their professional and personal well-being. Through this presentation, I have shown the impact of this behavior through studies and research as well as policy and applied to all nurses in Australia. By implementing and various standards, code and practices combined with effective leadership, workplace bullying and harassment can be prevented and mitigated that will help promote improved, a safer and more positive working environment for all practicing or aspirating nurses. Thank you for